Sean, in front right here. I know in your post-fight interview you said you wanted to watch the fight, maybe like digest it as a whole. So it's been a minute since your fight ended. Have you had a chance to watch any of the highlights or any of the tape or footage or anything? And what did you make of the fight as a whole?
No, I haven't. I haven't got to watch it back yet. Been just bouncing around doing media. It's kind of a blur, to be honest. You know, he caught me some good shots. Peter, tough dude, man. Tough Russian right there. So I'd like to really watch it back before I could, dissect it.
Is that the type of fight you expected him to bring? A very wrestling heavy approach.
I mean, I trained for it all. I'm training for an MMA fight. I didn't literally train. I didn't just kickbox that entire camp. I trained for an MMA fight. So I was prepared for a 15-minute war. I say that every single time I go into a fight. I'm prepared for a 15-minute war, and I expect them. I plan on dropping them early, but I'm always prepared.
Then given that you have been prepared, I feel like you and Petr have been going back and forth for so long. This fight had seemed inevitable for the last few years. So when you were in there, did anything he bring to the table surprise you or just catch you off guard?
He was as good as I thought he was. Like, if I had to guess how that fight was going to play out, I would have said it probably would play out like that. That dude's good. He's, he was the number one guy in the world. Pretty sure he was in the top 15 pound for pound rankings. The dude's a killer.
And Dana was here, and I asked him if you would be next for Aljamain Sterling. He said he'd have to, circle up with his team and figure something out. So if it was up to you, would you want that title shot next? Do you want something else in the meantime?
Yeah, it's so hard to, like Dana said, it's hard to make fights that night right after or the day of. I'm sore. I have a headache. I'm tired. I don't want to fight anyone. I want to go home and see my princess. It's inevitable. I turned 28. What's today? The 23rd already. I turned 28 tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. I'm going to be in this sport for a long time. The people want me to be champ, so it's going to happen sooner than later.
Were you able to watch the Aljamain TJ fight?
I didn't see it. I heard TJ's shoulder popped out a couple times. I wasn't able to watch it though. I didn't. What round did he finish? Second round. Choked him.
Well, ground and pound, but there was a lot of his arm was pretty. It popped out in the first exchange.
That's tough.
Apparently, it had been popping out all throughout fight camp, and he had just kind of kept it hidden.
Yeah, that's part of going. This sport's crazy, man. It's the injuries. You guys don't even know, the injuries you go. I was healthy going into this camp or into this fight, which is pretty rare for a lot of fighters. I was thankfully healthy, but. Yeah, most of the time people are going into these fights with injuries.
Sean, sometimes you talk about having to answer questions from the fans, and they've always got more questions about you. But do you feel that tonight you got to prove that A, you got a great chin because he cracked you with some shots, and B, that you got great grappling because you're able to get up every time he took you down? Do you feel like you answered those doubts at least?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's still people out there, but I think I answered. Kick his legs was the first one. Now it was, he can't just kick his legs. We'll take him down. Peter kicked my legs, took me down, still won. So, I'm answering questions little by little.
You often talk about wanting to put on a masterpiece and put on a great performance. Now, okay, maybe that wasn't a clinical win over him, but it was a back and forth, brilliant war that you got showed your ability. And are you satisfied with that performance, or would you rather have a clean one and a bit more slick?
I don't want to get hit ever. It's not healthy. It's not good for you to get punched in the head. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not good for you to have headaches. So ideally I go in there, not get hit, but I think it makes it even sweeter, the story. I got to really show my heart. I had to dig deep. I had to go somewhere mentally, physically that I've never been before. And that's what happens when you fight the best guys in the world.
You said about finding the best guys in the world. You said earlier this week that you wanted the opportunity to show people you're as good as you've been saying you are. Do you feel like you got to do that tonight?
Yeah, I remember tweeting, "Don't be surprised if I win this fight." I was very confident. I had a great camp. I had great training partners, great coaches, great team around me, and it's true confidence, and it was. I definitely got to prove that.
congrats and happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you. Boom. Peace. Oh, one more.
Leading up to the fight, Dana White said this could be your McGregor-Aldo moment. You did win the fight, but do you think that was your Conor McGregor-Jose Aldo moment, or we still have to wait for that one?
I mean, what's considered a Conor Aldo moment? Do I got to knock someone out in 13 seconds? Because that's going to be hard to do. But as far as like blowing up, you know, I think I don't know. We'll have to see the next couple weeks. I'm sure my brand deals and I would almost guarantee I'm gonna go sit down and renegotiate my contract after that. So, you know, we'll see. I think it could be.
Best of luck and happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. Yep.
Hi. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I know you talk about really enjoying training jiu-jitsu and your grappling, and it's a part of your game that you don't really get to show off too much. With Aljamain, the champion, being so dominant with his grappling, does that kind of excite you or motivate you when you're thinking about a fight with him?
Yeah, I mean, what really gets me excited is guys like Peter who are just like, you know, I knew that was gonna be a sweet kickboxing match with a little wrestling. Aljo's straight, you know, he's good everywhere, but he's mostly a grappler, so it's an interesting fight.
Sean, just you over here. I wanted to ask, throughout the whole last couple of weeks, I feel like you've really adopted to the culture here and everything like around you. You've really shown appreciation for it. Did you feel a bit disappointed when you heard like all the boos from the crowd today?
I didn't hear the boos. I think Brett told me, he asked me the same question. I'm like, oh, they were booing? I didn't hear it. I was just enjoying. I don't know. I didn't hear it. So I think, you know, the fans a little buzzed up, just doing what they're doing. I mean, I didn't feel anything. I didn't hear it.
And just last one from me. Apologies, my mind may have gone blank, and you might have come out to this before. But I felt like the song that you chose for your walkout today, Superstar by Lupe Fiasco, was that like a reminder for you as you're going into the cage that, yeah, if I am who I say I am, I need to perform?
Yeah, you know, that song, it's a good song, man. I think I did that song one other time when I fought Jose Quinones when I had that 2-year layoff, and I'm a superstar, and you know, I feel like it, and it's a good song.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sean, one more.
Yep.
When he hit you with that trip, I think it was in the second round. And did you try to do it to him right back at him?
Yeah, I like that trip. I've been hitting that in sparring too. I was like, I'm gonna get that motherfucker back, but he's like, it's hard because he's so short. He's got thick little legs and shit. So I was like, yeah, I tried getting him back, didn't work, but little fucker got me with it too, and I did not. I knew if we were both southpaw, he was gonna try to hit that, and he got me. Sweet. Thanks, guys.